Good morning, gentlemen. It's a warm, slightly breezy morning. Hopefully the camera doesn't pick up a lot of the wind. Everything will be okay. But I was enjoying this weather. It's what we call full spring around here. And I was considering the fact that I have lived here for quite a few years now in South Central Tennessee, and I've started to realize certain things. I've started to notice that the weather changes about this time of year. It'll change quite a few times. Today it's supposed to be almost 80 degrees, which is a pretty warm day. The breeze is coming, the birds are singing, the grass is starting to grow, starting to change back green. I've seen blooms on some of the trees. I look around and I already see leaves on a few trees, and I think to myself, well, spring is here. If I hadn't lived here for the past 13 years, I guess, I would think spring is here, and I'd start planting spring vegetables and getting things ready and doing this and that. But I know good and well that spring is not quite here. See, we have something called full spring in South Central Tennessee, and that's where we've had our winter weather, our winter rains. It's been cold and wet. And then there comes this time, about this time of year, where the weather will come back up and then dip back down, and come back up and dip back down over the course of about a month. So it might be 80 degrees and sunny today, but in 2 days it could reach sub-zero temperatures and it could be snowing. And it's already happened a few times. I think it was about 2 weeks ago. It was 72 degrees during the daytime, but by the next morning it was snowing and 30 degrees. It got me thinking how important experience is. You see, if I hadn't lived here, like I said before, I wouldn't know that the seasons change awkwardly. But because I've lived here, because I have experience living here, I know good and well that we're just in a full spring. We'll still have a little bit of winter left. And then things will kind of go back to normal. It'll start to warm up, and then we'll see warmer weather, and next thing you know, it'll be 85 degrees and hot, and then we'll be begging for winter to come back. It's just how it goes around these parts, around this area. I've thought about a few areas in my life where experience is necessary. You know, if I didn't have experience doing something, I would probably mess up, but because I've been through it, I have experience in that particular field or that situation. I know what to do. And I come across people in my line of work who think that they know better. They think that they know how to do something, and I'll inform them that, hey, you know, you might need to hold off. You know, I've done this before. You know, I've been through this same exact situation. This isn't what you need to do. And they'll say, I know what to do. You know, I've been doing this job for such and such amount of time, but they haven't been involved in this particular situation. And then they learn the hard way that what they're doing is the wrong thing. And then we have to try and correct what they're doing. We have to try and fix the problem that they've involved themselves with. And I can't help but think of the importance of listening to people who've been experienced. I'm building this house that is right behind you guys there, and it's been a learning experience for me. I've made some mistakes, but if I come across an area which I don't know, that I'm not comfortable with, that I'm not experienced with, I will usually call my father or my grandfather, and they'll normally tell me that they have the experience in addressing that situation. They know what to do because they've spent their lives doing that. And it's important to surround yourself with experienced people. Have a few go-to mentors who are knowledgeable in the field that you are passionate about. And you'll be able to wait out the storm. You'll be able to know the precise timing of when you need to do a particular task, instead of messing up and doing that particular task at the wrong time or the wrong way. Mentors are extremely important to every man's life. They help us get through tough times. They help us in times where we don't know what to do. We can go to them for advice. We can go to them for knowledge, for wisdom. And they're there to help us out. And you might say, well, there's no one in my life I can go to like that. My answer to you would be, find someone. There's someone out there who's willing to help you become a better man, and willing to help you get through these inexperienced times that you have, that you need someone with experience to help you through. For all you pipe smokers out there, today I'm smoking out of my Crown Jewel pipe that my wife got me for Christmas, and I'm smoking some early morning pipe tobacco that was given to me by my friend Alex. I have a very strong network of friends and family, people I look up to, people I admire, people I respect, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. I have people who I can call for experience, and that's important. So find yourself an experienced person in your life. Don't be afraid to ask questions. You don't know it all. Nobody knows it all. And I encourage you to read through some of Proverbs. It's a book of the Bible written by King Solomon. It's a great book, and I encourage you to read it. It talks a lot about what a fool does and what a wise man does. You might have to read some passages of Scripture a few times before you understand it. But it talks a lot about inexperienced people and how to address that. But I'm going to leave you guys with this. If you don't have people in your life who are mentors, who you look up to, no matter what your age is, make sure you find someone like that. Or in my advice, multiple people like that. Men will fail you, remember that. Not one person is going to have all the answers. But when you surround yourself with a core group of individuals, you'll be able to tackle most anything you encounter. Well, I'm going to spend the rest of my morning thinking about that particular subject, think about the mentors I have in my life or any areas that I need help with. And I encourage you guys to do the same. So I'll enjoy my coffee and my early morning pipe tobacco. I'll see you guys for another video. Good day, gentlemen.